Shakur Stevenson continues to show the boxing world that he is hungry for the biggest fights. The other day, he tweeted out that, man, he wants the biggest fights. He wants to fight all the undefeated young guys in their prime. And then he says, someone tag Emmanuel Navarrete. Let's get USA versus Mexico going. Let's get the WBO. Let's get the WBC involved. Let's get these titles going, and let's make this fight happen. See, this is why you got to be a Shakur Stevenson fan in the boxing world. Because, yes, he gave us a rather underwhelming performance against Edwin De Los Santos in his last fight, but you can tell that it's really hidden his soul, and he's trying to come back out here with a bang, which is exactly why he's out on Twitter already trying to show the fans how hungry he is for his next fight. That's what a true champion does. Shakur Stevenson is letting it be known he wants to fight anybody next, bad performance or not. This is a perfect opportunity for him to get a big fight. So to call out a very awkward and strong-powered puncher in Emmanuel Navarrete out of nowhere when he doesn't even have to do that, it's just a great call-out by Shakur Stevenson. It just shows you the will to be great from a great fighter like Shakur Stevenson. Some guy on Twitter tried to make fun of Shakur Stevenson, saying that, that he's of Puerto Rican descent and that he only wants to be Puerto Rican when he wants to. The truth is, Shakur Stevenson is half Puerto Rican, and he could support whatever culture he wants to support. You know what I'm saying? If he wants to rock with the Puerto Ricans, he could rock with the Puerto Ricans, man. That's nonsense. We don't even got to talk about stuff like that. Anyway, Shakur Stevenson, I love what he's doing, man. Like y'all saw in the last fight against Edwin De Los Santos, he won very easily, very, very comfortably, but it was a very boring fight, and a lot of people weren't excited about it. And I just love that Shakur is just hungry to get out there with another big name. Regardless of what people got to say, calling out a guy like Emmanuel Navarrete is exactly what boxing needs and exactly what I love about boxing. Gervonta Davis still has not said anything. He is exactly what was wrong with boxing today. You see guys like Shakur Stevenson calling out all the young elite fighters. You see guys like Gervonta Tank Davis letting Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather do the talking for him. It's virtually very sad, and it is what it is, but I love what I'm seeing from Shakur Stevenson. Great call out from Shakur Stevenson. And hopefully we see Shakur Stevenson versus Emmanuel Navarrete. I think that would be a great fight. Two top-ranked fighters. You know what I'm saying? Navarrete's a puncher, and the narrative right now is that Shakur can't deal with punchers. So I think if he could deal with a guy like deal with a guy like Navarrete, it'll be very easy for people to understand how great Shakur is again, because people seem to forget and have short-term memory loss in the boxing world. That's a very unfortunate thing. Switching topics, Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis might not be too different after all. I was a big Floyd Mayweather fan when he was actually fighting in his career. Post his career and look towards the end of his career, Money Mayweather, never was a fan of him. I just want to let that be clear. They asked Floyd Mayweather today, who are the top 3 boxers in boxing? And he replied with Gervonta Tank Davis, Canelo Alvarez, and Ryan Garcia. He didn't mention Terrence Bud Crawford. He didn't mention Devin Haney. What's wrong with Floyd Mayweather, y'all? I think Floyd Mayweather is so insecure about himself not being the topic of discussion anymore that he can't even be honest about who the best fighters of today are, which is why I've never respected Floyd Mayweather. I don't respect Gervonta Davis. His whole team, they some cheaters, and they not really honest, bro. And that's just plain hate. Floyd Mayweather is just salty that the man is fighting exhibition fights and that he can't get no real fight no more because the man 50 years old. He's stuck in the past. He's still wearing his little Louis thinking he cool, but he really not on nothing. It's crazy that you wouldn't have Terrence Bud Crawford on that list. How could Floyd Mayweather be so envious towards Terrence Bud Crawford that he wouldn't have him on his list? To not have Devin the Dream Haney on his list, who beat Lomachenko, who beat all these great fighters, who's been undisputed already. Devin Haney is achieving greatness at 25 years old. You're going to put Gervonta Tank Davis over this guy. Why? Because you brought him up from adoption? Like, it's utterly ridiculous. I understand putting Canelo Alvarez on there. No objections there. To me, the top 3 list should be Canelo, Bud Crawford, and Devin Haney. So this list is just ridiculous. Floyd Mayweather's a hater, and he's just exactly... Him, Gervonta Davis, Leonard Ellerbe, Calvin Ford, and the crew are exactly what's wrong with boxing today.